Hi everybody, and welcome to Rodder TV. Today's video takes us to Lancaster, Pennsylvania to check out this huge car collection of cars from the 50s to the 70s owned by Barry Ballard. This is Barry's Car Barn. Okay, so now we're on to our Corvette C1 collection here at Barry's Car Barn. Bill, you're back with us again. We're keeping you busy today.
Yeah.
So we talked about earlier, so no 53, which is fine, but the 54 resembles it.
54 is almost identical.
Okay.
There really wasn't any change. The only biggest change in 53 and 54, in 54 you can get a white one, you can get black, red, or blue. So you had a choice of colors. In 53, the only thing you could get was white.
So this is all original, not been touched, so it's rough.
Right. And if you look at the finish, you can see the fiberglass.
Oh yeah, imperfections.
Yep. These were hand molded, hand formed, and they didn't really know what they were doing yet.
So back then, were the guys these were all hand done? They were all hand laid.
Yeah. I'm sure they knew they were going to have a V8 soon. Because I think they developed the V8 came out in 55. And they decided we're going to keep the Corvette. We better do a better job on the body.
Look at we'll do the overall look here. Then we'll step back there. Then we'll take a look at the engine. So back in 54, this was selling for a mere $27.74. Barry has done an amazing job just setting these cars up to be seen. Just really has done. Each setting, was well thought out. Each car had its own themes, what it really is. It's real beautiful.
After 54 and 55, they started pressure molding them.
There he is, boy. Blue flame, huh?
This is a 3-side draft carburetor.
I'm going to come on your side in a second there.
There's 3-side drafts. And it also has dual exhaust on it.
So they call it three
side
so,
drafts.
so there was 3 single barrel?
3 single barrel side drafts. They laid on their side.
Yeah.
And there's also, it has true dual exhaust. It's not a phony, they're true duals. There's 3 cylinders firing out each side, which gives it a unique exhaust note. 2 3-cylinder engine. And a lot of people really like that note. I mean, that exhaust tone.
Sorry about the gas pump hose, but that's the way it is here. Can't move everything. So in 55, retailed.
1955,
Yeah.
first year it's going to be
Yeah. So this sold at $27.74. That's a 6-cylinder. So the V8 option was brought it up to $29.09.
Yeah, see this? This would indicate a V8 car. The gold V. So if you saw a Corvette with that V on it, gold, you know it was a V8.
And that really carried on with a few vehicles, even the Bel Air, right? Had that.
Oh yeah.
So they carried that theme, and this was like the first time they really displayed it.
Oh, this is really
Well, that one opened up pretty easy, Bill. It's a V8.
being careful.
You can tell Yeah.
Now this one's been restored.
Now there's only one bracket on this holding it up, not two. Is it? It only had one.
Isn't that beautiful?
Absolutely amazing, beautiful. And that's the color of all the engine blocks with that orange.
Yeah, that's the original car. This one here's the engine's been restored anyway. Now Joey might have detailed the engine, I don't know.
So Joey here does all your
He
maintenance
does
work.
the detail, yeah, he's a young guy, he does most of the major detailing.
Well, shout out to Joey, man. Great job. Does he bring it for any test rides after he's done detailing them?
I don't know.
He's not going to tell anybody that.
No, I don't think he will.
Brings it back on empty. You know something's going on. All right, so we're talking about gas pumps here, and only because this is very unique. Tell us a story about this, Bill.
Yeah, I've only ever had two people in there that's claim they saw one. I never saw one. It's two separate pumps in one housing. And I've had two people say they saw one, and the first one said she saw it in Baltimore, Maryland. The second person that told me he saw one was at a small service station downtown Philadelphia. He said the one in Philadelphia, one side pumped high test, one side pumped regular. And he said it was a very small station and it was right in the middle of town. And the only thing I think is they were made for space.
Good old Texaco.
Yep, they're the only two people. I've asked quite a few people. No, I never. This is the one I nicknamed Lady's Choice for obvious reasons.
Yeah, she's beautiful, and actually we witnessed somebody come up to it.
Yeah, the interior, everything.
And it is Lady's Choice for sure. They stop dead in their tracks here.
Yep.
Absolutely beautiful.
I wouldn't be able to drive it. What would you do about the format? I'd have to get somebody.
Now, when you were working, did you ever wrench on one of these? This year?
Yep.
What were the common problems you dealt with? You had any memories?
No, on Corvettes, I don't remember any common problems.
True exhaust right through the back
Yeah.
bumper. That was just timeless right there. Gee whiz.
I think it was, I'm not sure what year it was. 64, 65 Corvette. I put a clutch in. The first major job I ever did to a Corvette was put a clutch in it. That was the first time I ever really did any major work to a Corvette. And it was in July. I'll never forget that. And I mean, like the next day, my arms were red and they were, breaking out in hives. Pardon?
Not a fun job.
No, what happened is, between sweating, it was middle of July, and the fiberglass, it just scratched my arms all up.
So this was 2 4-barrels, right? Or 2 2-barrels?
4 barrels.
2 4-barrels, yeah.
That's an interesting story about those engines, I can tell you that.
Were they hard to tune?
No, not really. Multiple carburetion's always going to be a little bit of a problem getting everything balanced. But other than that, they were just, they weren't too bad.
And now we're looking at a 1957 Corvette C1. Take it away there, Bill.
All right, well, the color on here it looks orange, but actually Chevrolet called it Venetian red. They didn't call it orange. But this 57 was the first year you did a 4-speed manual transmission. And that's what this has. It's considered hardtop, and it's bolted down. I'll show you. See there, whatever. 3 places where it's bolted on. If you're looking at this one has the fuel.
And these latches were for what?
That was to take this off here to get the soft top up. This had a soft top too.
Also, okay.
Yeah, you could have your choice. You could get a soft top, or you could get a hard top. If you wanted, you could get the hard top and the soft top.
So it was optional.
But you had to pay extra for one of them.
Another shifter car. They didn't put the numbers in the shifter. They had it on the side.
They were on the side.
On the side.
Was the first year you did a 4-speed.
First year for 4-speed. Oh.
First year for 4-speed.
Love the Coves. Yeah, that is sweet.
This is the first year for the 283.
Wow, big for Corvette.
Big year for Corvette. It's the first year that they could say 1 horsepower per cubic inch.
Wow.
That was for the fuel injected.
Now, right behind us here, we have a convertible.
Yeah, and this one's fuel injected.
Is this the same model year?
The same model year. He has 2 of them, 257s. So that was the first year you get fuel injection.
And now it's mechanical.
Now it's mechanical fuel injection. It's not like we have today.
Right.
And it was troublesome. But I think the main trouble with it was there weren't too many people that really understood it.
Each model year, the badging's a little bit different for Chevrolet Corvette.
Yeah, it's every model year, the badge on the front's a little different.
And the insignia in the red flag, what does that show me there?
That's it. I don't know what flag that is.
Yep. Well, somebody must know. Give it to me in the comments. I'm sure I'll hear about it. I'll have 20 guys tell me.
Yeah, I'm sure somebody.
It is so much stuff, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Giving Bill a workout today. So this is the first year fuel.
This is number 800. That's fuel injected model number 800. That's the 800th one to come off the line. I said it was a lot of trouble.
Wow, huh? That is something beautiful.
One thing that's really interesting about these Corvettes, these early Corvettes, this cable drives the tachometer off the back of the generator. That always really fascinated me because when you start getting above 4,000 RPMs where you really want to know where you're at, the belt starts slipping.
How many volt generator was that?
That's 12 volt.
12 volt. Mm-hmm. So that would be a common problem if you had this year Corvette. That could be a common problem that most Corvette owners are going to have. Yeah, just the way it is.
Well, they worked okay. It was just that if you got up to real high RPM, you didn't know if the belt was slipping.
Yep. Yeah, power windows. Wow.
And that is rare. That is really rare. I had a couple of Corvette guys come in here and said they didn't believe that.
Wow, yeah.
That is a rare option.
And it's a convertible.
Well, they're all convertibles.
Now look at this steering wheel. Talk about worn, right?
It's starting to fade.
Or that's what it's fading. It almost looks pink.
Mm-hmm.
So what are the knobs here for? Do you know what these were from the left side here?
Well, I think one headlights, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, headlights, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I think one's for the wipers.
That's not original mileage, is it?
That's
I don't know.
Up in there, you don't know.
Yeah, 100.
Some people, when they restore a car, they turn it back to 0. And sometimes it could be the second time around.
Just beautiful. Ashtray.
Mm-hmm. And the glove box is right here, right between the seats.
And that was a glove box here. Oh yeah, yeah. Hello everyone, visiting the Pennsylvania area, make sure to drop down to Barry's Car Barn, located in Intercourse, Pennsylvania. This is a private car collection, of course owned by Barry Ballard. It focuses on American muscle cars from the 1950s through 70s era and more. Features Corvette's complete C1 and C2 collection and other badges that include Pontiac, Ford, Chevy, Plymouth, and Dodge. This collection features over 20 rare vintage motorcycles. You really have to stop in and see it. There's much more here to see, all kind of wall art and memorabilia. Barry's Car Barn, check them out in Pennsylvania. All right, so Bill, we're looking at a 58 right now. So some distinguishable differences that we can see, because we're really not going to go through each one of the 13 cars and open the hoods up, but let's talk about some of the things we can see in the exterior.
Well, in 58 they changed the head taillights.
Yep.
And it was the only year they installed.
Oh, the ribs. Oh, yeah.
Also, it's the only year.
Take a look at this here, Bill. Give me a second here. Just something, huh? Go ahead.
It was the only year that Chevrolet put the series fake louvers on there. And it was the first year they had 4 headlights.
Take a look at the interior on this side.
Now the interior, they're getting the glove boxes there. You got the grab bar. And if you want to notice something, see how far back the
Look at that. Oh, yeah, I can see it. Yep.
It's moved in.
Yep.
Gives you more room.
Yep. Yep.
People complained. Some of the guys today would never be able to drive 57. They also fixed it so you can move the seats back.
Really something, huh? So this model year is the only year that had the chrome.
The year they put trim on the trunk is the only year they had these louvers.
Wow. So now we're just taking a look at this as a side-by-side. So big change. So first year for quad headlights.
For 3 years.
So this emblem they stuck with for 3 years, you're saying, right? It is beautiful. It has a lot of depth.
The poor girl used to work out front.
This is a 1959. Wow, base 3875. Those are your options there. It's nice seeing the colors, the numbers, the names. So in 59, they moved the fuel injection up higher in the Defender. But it's beautiful. And again, there's no louvers in the hood. So
The taillights are the same, pretty much the same.
let's keep on going. Next year,
This is a 60.
1960. Beautiful.
This is one, we get a lot of comments on the color here.
So this 1960 Corvette rolled out at 3875. Jeez. Power Glide, 245 was a $199 option. Imagine that, huh?
Yep.
Imagine that. Two-tone interior, $16.15. 270 horsepower, 2x4 barrel, right? High lift cam, 182.92.
Like I said,
It's one of your favorites here.
this is one of my favorites here. I like this here.
It's my color, blue. I like blue and silver.
I got my driver's license in 1960.
You driving this Corvette?
I got my driver's license, that's all.
Wow.
But this here, I can tell you, you can take this up.
Yep.
And there's a soft top.
Yep.
And then this is where you put the screws in for the
Hard top.
hard top.
Yep. I love the grab bar, you know, that is just, hang on, baby. It's 1961. Corvette, look at this. That's my birthday right there. Looks beautiful. What was going on in this year, Bill?
Pardon?
What was going on in 61 for Corvette?
Corvette, that was last year. That the next year, 62, 327 came out. But you could, the only thing getting a 61 was a 283.
The big thing here on the grill, they changed the teeth, right? They changed the grill.
They changed the grill big time. That is, I'm not too sure I was fond of that. I like the teeth.
Another fuel injected car. So these, all his Vettes are fuel injected at this point.
Quite a few of them are, yeah. And this is the first year they started painting the headlight rims.
Right.
And this they changed the emblem.
Yep.
Not near as pretty as that emblem.
And headlight buckets, they
Painted
They're painting them now.
Headlight rims, yeah.
Jeez.
They made a big change in the back end. Notice the taillights.
Yeah, big change here.
Oh yeah.
They smooth everything out.
They come down like this
Yep.
and put the taillights in the panel.
Yep.
The taillights up until then were on top of the fender like this.
Yep. Now they drop the exhaust down. Yeah, a lot of changes here. Beautiful.
This, you probably don't know if you were born in 61, but there used to be a TV show called Route 66.
Yep, I heard of it. I watched it.
And they left you on the impression that they had a 61. And the whole premise of that show was great. It was about two veterans that were riding around getting in trouble all the time. Not in trouble with. And the next one is the 62.
Beautiful.
That was the first year you could get a 327.
And again, they changed the emblem once again.
Yep.
Wow.
But if you notice, this is the only Corvette in here that's not original.
Now these lights, that wasn't...
Not original.
Okay.
This whole car has been highly modified. Barry's owned this car for over 40 years.
Wow.
And to be honest with you, when I first got it, it was just nothing but pile of junk.
So it was restored. It was like it was a restaurant. I could tell by the rims, right?
Yeah, he put a aftermarket frame, a Art Morrison frame under it. So that gave him all modern day suspension, modern day brakes, modern day rack and pinion steering, the whole bit.
So the cup now for the emblem, it's flat rather than having that cup design that we saw before. It's kind of like gave like a 3D effect. So beautiful. Wow, just beautiful. So I'm sure this ride's nice. It has to ride nice, Bill.
Paint on this is fantastic. And you should know how rough this was. It's really unbelievable he got it that well.
Yeah, this looks like fun right here. This looks like fun right here. Tell Barry I'll even pay for the gas for this one.
Oh, this is a 1963 split window Corvette.
Wow.
It was a 1 year only. The only year they made it was the back window. If you look at it, you can see it split. That's why they call it a split. It's got a piece going right there for the
Wow.
flares.
Yep.
So the only year they did this,
This is all original glass, Bill.
I'm sorry.
All original glass. The glass is all original.
Oh, yeah, it's all original. That's what makes it so valuable is the split window. It was the only year they did that. They kept this body style, but they put a full window in the back because people complained they couldn't see out the back window. Driving it was a problem. And Chevrolet and Raven, they went to
So think about that, 1963, this Corvette Sport Coupe sold for $4,252. Absolutely amazing. Posi rear axle, $43.05. Imagine that. Unbelievable.
this one's going.
And this one here, if you put the 360 horsepower engine with the high lift cam, $430.40.
That's the fuel.
Oh, that was the fuel injection, okay. Oh, the high lift was 107.60, okay.
Look how it's holding.
Well, interior's beautiful.
Oh, yeah, it's the whole car.
Tell me a little bit about it there, Bill.
It's 327 cubic inch. It's rated at 340 horsepower. It's got a single 4-barrel or an aluminum intake. It's got a better set of heads, and it's got a solid lifter camshaft. So this with RPM pretty good.
Now, for brakes back then, they were just using what?
Single master cylinder, and they were drum brakes.
Wow. It's hard to believe at that speed. I mean, you know these guys are going over 100 miles an hour and they're stopping, right? All day long. I know I would be. Now, the brake pads for Corvette, different than what would have been on another Chevy as far as this?
Yeah, I think they might have been a little bit bigger. I think also center metallic lining was available. Metallic brakes,
Yeah.
which didn't fade as much as the regular.
Well, that's beautiful. Thank you, dear. And the other design element that's just beautiful is the way the door rolls up to the top. Just beautiful.
Yep.
Gives it a really sharp look.
Look at that. It'll fall on the paint.
Well, Bill, we're continuing on here. We got a few left here. This is a 64 Corvette convertible. Anything notable for this particular year they might have changed?
No, 65 was the first year to get a big block. So 64 we still used the 327. That was it.
And back then, 64s were going for $4,452. All right, let's continue on here.
In 65 you get the 396.
So we're getting to 396, 65. Well, where are we at here?
Okay.
4233.
Where is the 396? There we go.
396 ran us.
396.
Wow, 425 horsepower, 200157.
That's
no, 286 for the option.
Yeah.
Wow, and that's how many were made, right? Probably.
That's all.
So 286.45 is what it will cost you to put that 425 engine in there. Wow.
Get the 365 horsepower, 327 with a high lift cam. That was fuel injected.
How about the side pipes? They have those in there. What they have there now. Here we go. Side mount exhaust, 131. Yep. Let's take a look at this. That's really something. using the Stingray in the badging. When did they start doing that? 63. And again, this was a hardtop. Yeah, we got the wooden steering wheel. That's nice. Wooden steering wheel. But one thing I do notice, I do love, is the seats. You could tell they've been used. People have been in here enjoying this car, and it shows, and it's really nice to see that. So Bill, what are we looking at here now?
1966.
Wow. And again, we got rid of the split. That was only offered 1 year. Yeah, good old wooden steering wheel shifter. This is automatic.
Yeah, it's power. Well, it's got the standard engine. That's what I'm saying. I would like to take the drive line from this.
There's just so much to see here. I mean, we're going to get a snapshot of it today, but there's so much here to see at Barry's Car Barn. You have to make the trip here to Pennsylvania, Lancaster County. Look it up online. Make the trip. So we're getting down to the last of the C2 model year.
Yep, 66, 67.
Wow. Anything really big that's noteworthy on for 67?
Well, this was the year you get 66 and 67, you get 427.
Nice. And again, by this time, they really got rid of all the badging on the side.
Yep.
Badging's gone.
The L71 had 435 cubic, or 435 horsepower, 427. And the L89, 435 horsepower with aluminum heads. And that was, that one paid was $368.65.
Now this steering wheel here is the smallest I've seen of all the Vettes. They really downgraded this steering wheel. Let's make an aftermarket radio. But you see the patina on it, you know, I just like to see that. It just shows the wear on it. Real nice. They got rid of the grab bar. Grab bar is gone.
That's glove box.
Yeah, grab bar is gone.
Yep.
Yeah, you should have kept that. Very nice there.
Well, everyone, that wraps up our tour of Barry's Car Barn, looking at the C1 and C2 Corvette collection. Do want to give a special thank you for one person. That would be Bill E.B. He gave us a guided tour today, and this tour today took a total of 3 hours. We were there covering both collections, but Bill was nice enough to bring us around and lift up many hoods to show us the engines, and we chatted with him for a while. I also want to let you know that at Barry's Car Barn, we're seeing a glimpse of it here. They're located in Pennsylvania. You have to look them up. They have American muscle cars from the 50s and 70s era, including the Corvette collection. They also have other badges, including Pontiac, Ford, Chevy, Plymouth, Dodge, and they also feature 20 rear vintage motorcycles.